Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we're doing another installment in the Luxury Will I Buy It series. But here on my channel, we like to add a little French twist. So for collections we want, we say oui, and for collections we don't want, we say non merci. But before we go any further, let's take a second to grab our iced coffee or a hot coffee. Let's take a sip and let's get started. As many of you know, I now have an online beauty consulting service, which is where you get to talk to me one-on-one through video chat and you get my undivided attention. So if you have any beauty related questions, sometimes people already have enough products. The benefit of my service is I will give you my unbiased advice because I don't work for any brand in particular, but oftentimes people already have more than enough and it's just a question of using it in the right order, or maybe you're using the product incorrectly. So to make the appointment, click the link in the description box down below. So I will go ahead and list all of the blogs that I'm talking about today in the description box of today's video. But the first one that I'm mentioning here is Tavia over at Chic Profile Official, and she has photos here of the Dior fall collection. This is called Birds of a Feather. Now, when we look at these promo photos here, these feathers look like peacock feathers to me. At first, when we saw these first sneak peeks of the fall release, I think we saw them in like March or April. It's been a long time coming. But a lot of us thought that these looked like leaves, like fall foliage, but these are in fact feathers. And they look like peacock feathers to me, just with the colors and just very ornamental and just very extra. So we have two eyeshadow palettes. These will be limited edition and brand new. The first green one here is the one that's calling my name. I love color, and I think that these green colors all look magnificent. I think they just look so beautiful and inviting. The second palette has more of that plummy gold and also looks like a ruby or maybe a cranberry shade. They both look very pretty, and they both, to me, scream fall and fall foliage. I don't think you can go wrong with either color, but personally I'm leaning more towards the green palette. There is that peach color in the center, which I'm very interested to see how it wears and how it looks mixed together. I have very high hopes and high standards when it comes to Dior eyeshadows because they've historically been magnificent, and I expect these to be just as amazing. We will also see some new blushes here, and again we see that beautiful feather motif. I almost said leaf, but it's a feather. And what's interesting is I'm wondering if these are new blush colors or if they're re-promotions, because the more red color here looks like the iconic 999 red. I wouldn't be surprised if these are just re-promotions, because brands often do that, especially for a new limited seasonal release. They will just do like a new packaging, a new detail on the front and sell it. So we will see if these are new colors or not. I don't have any information on the names of the blush. Both look great. We do have that really bold red, I think is 999, but we also have the lighter, I was going to say peach, but it kind of looks more neutral. Both of them look lovely. I definitely hope I can see these in person before buying because they look lovely, but it's always nice to see these in person. And then we have these sticks here. I can't decide if these are eyeshadows or lipsticks. I think that they're lipsticks because I've seen similar from Dior before in a lip format. We have Vibrant Coral, Vibrant Plum, and Vibrant Nude. I'm going to guess that these are lip colors. They could be eyeshadows. You let us know in the comment what you think that these are. I think that these look pretty, but they're not the items that are calling my name the fastest. And then we have more of the classic lip colors or lip products from Dior. We have Bullet and also liquid lipsticks. These two formulas already exist with the Dior collection. I think these are just going to be new colors or colors promoted with the seasonal release. And last but not least, from this fall collection, we have nail color. I am so excited to see. I really hope these come to Canada. Sometimes the nail polishes don't come to us for some reason, but these look so pretty. They look like that multi-chromatic iridescent finish, you know, depending on the angle, the color looks different. Sometimes it looks green, sometimes it looks gold, depending on the angle. I think these all look very pretty and definitely on theme with like peacock feathers, just like very bright and colorful and very extra. I think all three of these nail colors are beautiful. I will definitely try to see these in person just because sometimes the skin tone of your hand does affect the color of the nail color, but I think it goes without saying that this Dior fall collection will be a giant oui for me. Cannot wait. So this will be launching in Asia first. Most collections launch in Asia first and then slowly trickle out. If I was going to guess, with an educated guess, I would say that Canada will get this late August, early September. I think that's when we will get this. So I will try to get my hands on these beautiful items the second I can because I've been waiting for this since I think about March. So oui for me. Moving on to some Chanel, we have a new item here. This is the 31 Rue Cambon face powder. Now, 31 Rue Cambon is the flagship first store of Chanel. You can still go visit it. I've taken photos in the staircase. It's amazing. I would highly recommend it. So this is supposed to be a universally flattering face powder. I think universally flattering with an asterisk here. Now, we have a couple photos here. The first photo with the staircase in the back and the camellia here, to me looks very pink. Like this looks like a blush. I thought this was a blush. However, the other photos look beige and they look more like actual face powders. But I have heard that a lot of these like collector's items, universally flattering face powders tend to be very pink leaning, and I do believe that. Now, what makes this so special? What makes it so extraordinary as a face powder? Honestly, I don't really know. I just know that it has a 31 Rue Cambon on the front, and I will probably most definitely 100% get this. This is a giant oui for me. I believe this is coming out August 6th in Japan, and then it'll slowly trickle out to the rest of the world. This, I believe, will either be an online or boutique exclusive, possibly just online, depending on where you live. This will never make it to a Macy's or anything like that. Obviously, this is limited edition and also limited in quantity. So if there's something that you want, if you see this and you're like, wow, I really want this, I would not recommend waiting because this is not going to be around for very long in my opinion. So as of August 6th, I would recommend refreshing the Chanel homepage specifically for the powder. I will be buying this 100%. Even if it is a little bit pink, I'll let you know. I'll do a review as soon as I can. I think this looks so pretty. I love when Chanel comes out with these powders, whether it's a face powder or a blush or a highlighter. Just give me extra detail, give me more because it's Chanel, you know, it should be more. So I'm very excited for this. Moving on to some Bobbi Brown, we have their fall release. We're seeing a lot of fall collections now, and this is with the designer Ulla Johnson. So some of these items in the fall release are re-promotions, so not necessarily new, but they have new limited edition packaging. When I see the first promo photo here with all of the items, I think that this looks really pretty. I think it looks very aesthetically pleasing. I like the soft pink background. When I think of Bobbi Brown, I often think of like you but better, whether it's your lips or your eyes, just like your skin but better. And I think of like the neutral pinks, neutral browns. So the first item is a highlighter here, which we know Bobbi Brown is very famous for. This highlighter specifically, I think, is a re-promotion. I don't think it's brand new, but it comes with new packaging. I think the packaging is very pretty. It's beautiful, but a little bit understated. It's not too much, and it comes with a new little brush with, of course, limited edition packaging. I think the highlighter looks very beautiful. It looks a little bit pink, a little bit neutral, but not too pink, not going to be like, you know, I'm wearing pink highlighter, but just like a very natural, beautiful flush. I think it looks really lovely. Then we're going to see some cream shadow stick duos, which is always nice to have two colors, one lighter, one darker. I do like the Bobbi Brown shadow sticks. I have a few. They're very good for like one and done, a wash of like a champagne shimmer, which these look in that family as well. We have some lipsticks, which again kind of fall in that neutral pink, neutral brown family, but with the very extra special packaging here. I think it looks really pretty. Overall, I think that this collection looks very aesthetically pleasing. I'm seeing it and I think it looks very nice. I don't think it's for me. I like Bobbi Brown. I'm just not like a huge fanatic. It's not something that I want to collect. So I think this will be a non merci for me, but I recognize how pretty it is. So you let me know in the comments if you are picking up Ulla Johnson. Okay, moving on to something from Charlotte Tilbury. So you may have heard rumors that she would be coming out with a new 12 pan eyeshadow palette, and the rumors are correct. This is for the fall release, and this is the Smoky Eyes Are Forever palette. We don't have a date yet. It says end of summer, early fall, so I'm guessing late August. Now, I am not a huge fan of 12 eyeshadow palettes or just large palettes in general because I never use them all. I know it's technically more economical to get a larger eyeshadow palette, but it isn't actually if you never use it. So there's that. However, I think this looks really lovely. I think we get a nice balance of matte and also more satin shimmery shadows. This is called the Smoky Eyes Forever. However, there's only one dark matte at the bottom. There's a lot more lighter colors. We get a nice mixture. Some of the green shadows remind me of the Dior Fall collection, but we also have more like burnished browny red colors, which again to me looks very fall, reminds me of foliage. And on the top we have some more colors that look a bit cooler as well in the matte and satin shimmer colors. So I think this palette is interesting. I don't think it's going to be for me, but I know that a lot of people love Charlotte Tilbury. It's a brand that's newer to me, and I haven't bought the giant palettes yet, but I know people who buy every single large one because they are really nice to look at. And I'm certain that this quality will be just as nice as the previous releases. So for our Charlotte Tilbury fanatics out there, be ready because there's a new palette coming your way. This will be a non merci for me, but I appreciate the aesthetic. Moving on to something from Uemura. Now, this is the Chromatics fall release here. When it comes to Uemura, I definitely think of the cleansing oils first and foremost. I know that they have makeup, but for me, it's a brand that has cleansing oils. That's what I think of when I think of this brand here. So the first promo photo here, we see their namesake product, a cleansing oil. We also see what appears to be a foundation and foundation brush. We have some lipsticks and a 9 shadow palette here. Now the 9 shadow palette does look pretty. The colors remind me of fall. We have like gold, we have that burnished browny red, and one dark color that could be possibly a green. It's a lot of what we're seeing with fall releases. Like no one's like reinventing the wheel, but you know, if the wheel is spinning, why break it? We see here some promo swatches. Now promo swatches always have to be taken with a grain of salt because they're going to show you the best possible lighting and everything. From the photos, this does look nice, but I would hold some reservation until you can see like actual photos on a human being. I like that they are pairing 3 shadows at a time because just because you buy a 9 shadow palette does not mean you have to wear all 9 shadows at once. That's ridiculous. So it's good to just see 3 matched together. I think that looks nice. What I like here is in the promos, we keep seeing gold everywhere and I love the color gold. I think it's very flattering and it's very fall, just very warm and inviting and reminds me of foliage and fall and those deep rich colors we're used to seeing. We see here some lipsticks as well. I think the lipsticks will be a mixture of satin and matte as well. So there's going to be nice colors. The colors look neutral, a little bit red, but nothing like too flashy or hard to wear. Overall, I think this looks nice. I just don't think that this is for me. I appreciate what they're doing. I think they're staying in really nice classic fall colors. I don't think this collection is for me, so it's a no merci, but if you see something here that you'd like, let us know in the comments. Okay, moving on to a new account. This is Mademoiselle Chica, and I'm not certain where she lives. I believe she lives in Southeast Asia, and guess what she has? She has the new Chanel No. 5 eyeshadow palette. Yes, she has it. She got her hands on it. And she has given us real life human swatches. Now, we have seen promos of this palette here for several months. I think, yeah, like in March or April, I talked about it. And there was a lot of discussion because some photos looked navy and pink, some photos looked black, like a classic smoky eye, and some of the photos, all of the satin colors looked the same. Now we have some real deal swatches here. So the first color, the black color, to me kind of looks brown. It looks warm. It doesn't look like that harsh, stark, cool toned black. It looks like it has a bit of warmth to it. And I think Mademoiselle Chica has a warm complexion like me, so this is helping me out here. And what I love is she's done such good swatches of these shimmer colors. The first satin color looks gold, definitely warm, definitely yellow based. The second one looks pink, so we do have a little bit of pink, more cool toned, pearlescent, yeah, in that family there. But then our last swatch looks like a topper shade. This is not going to be that same buttery satin finish, definitely more almost like a flaky topper that's going to be gold as well. I'm glad we see some final definitive swatches here. I think from this is what we can base our judgment of the palette on. I'm happy with this. I would have loved to see a dark navy and pink smoky eye. Maybe I can create one with what I already have, but I like this classic traditional smoky eye. I think it's beautiful. Now, when is this coming out? I have no idea. So there's been discussion that this was part or is part of the holiday release. Some people have said it's part of the No. 5 celebration 100-year anniversary. We had our Chanel No. 5 factory release a few weeks ago. We still have coming up Chanel Mademoiselle, Coco herself, her birthday coming up soon. It could be released for that. If I were a betting woman, which I'm not, but if I were going to bet, I would say this is the holiday release. But I could be wrong. So that is all the information I have about this Chanel No. 5 eyeshadow palette. I believe this will be launched in Asia first and then the rest of the world. If you see anything, you say something, you leave a comment where you live, let us know what's going on. But I'm guessing holiday. I could be wrong. But if this is not the holiday release, what will be the holiday release? That's what I want to know. Because in reality, by now, we would have seen sneak peeks of the holiday release unless they are keeping it so under wraps that even my best sources haven't released anything to me, which I doubt, but could be possible. We'll see. Obviously, that palette is a big oui for me. I will get it as soon as I can. So yeah, oui. Now, moving on to a different account. This is Bite Kikom, and I believe they are in Japan. They are talking about here a new release from Dior, and this is a hydrating lip balm that's tinted. Now, when I think of Dior, I do have a lot of their lip products, the lip balms, lip oils, lip maximizers, etc. So I'm surprised to see this from Dior, to see a tinted lip balm, because in my opinion, they already exist in the brand, but these are satin and matte finish tinted lip balms. And the point of this product here is that it's ultra hydrating, ultra nourishing with lip tint. We have the lip maximizers and the lip glows, but a lot of them react to your skin's natural pH, whereas these are specific colors. It's like a lipstick, but very sheer and ultra hydrating. And what I find interesting is we've seen these in a more glossy or satin finish before with like every brand under the sun, but we're also seeing a matte finish tinted lip balm that's very moisturizing. This to me looks more interesting. We've seen lots of the satin finish tinted lip balms, every brand has them, but a matte finish I think is interesting. I just find that different from what we've seen. For me, this will have to be seen in person. I have to see this. I have to see a color that I love before buying these because, as I've mentioned, I have so many lip products from Dior. I kind of feel complete with the lip care collection, unless I see a color that I love. So, I'm sorry, there's a plane flying overhead. I don't know if you can hear it or not. Probably. So I think this is a peut-être, a maybe. I will have to see these colors in person. But again, I think the matte finish ones just look interesting because I mean, have you seen this before? Have you seen a matte like tinted lip balm before? Let me know in the comments because I haven't seen it. Okay, moving on to a new account. This is Trend Mood 1 and they have something new here. So a few of the next releases I'm going to talk about already exist or will be existing by the time I upload the video. So there's something new here from Wayne Goss at the Beautylish website. This is the Luxury Eye Palette in Pearl. Now, I haven't tried any Wayne Goss cosmetics yet. I want to. I keep going back and forth. I know there's been some mixed reviews on some products, but some people really like the products. So this is a 6 palette or 6 shadow palette here. And to me, when I see these colors, it makes me think of Charlotte Tilbury. I don't know if it's because I see the word pearl or it's called a romantic eye palette, and those words to me make me think of Charlotte Tilbury. And I know that Wayne Goss loves Charlotte Tilbury, so it doesn't surprise me that we see these types of hues. I think it's the slightly pink, slightly peachy, even the shimmer colors to me, something about that screams Charlotte Tilbury. What I like also is that we see a center color here that almost looks more cool tones, like a slightly cool toned taupey color. I think that this palette, this color story looks very pretty. I'm not really drawn to the more pinky romantic shades. It's just not a color story that calls my name. So I will probably skip this one, but I think that by the time that I've uploaded this video, many people have already placed their orders and are like waiting for it. So this is a non merci for me. I think it looks pretty. I just, in practicality and actual usage, I don't think I'll actually get much out of it. But you let me know in the comments what you think of Wayne Goss Cosmetics and if you're getting this palette here. Okay, moving on to something from Pat McGrath for our Pat McGrath fanatics. I know we have them here in the audience. This is called the Huetopia Dream. So we have here a new mothership. This is the Mothership IX, Huetopia Dream. This is a cosmic paradise of floral futurism, starring 10 universally flattering shades in an alluring array of matte, shimmer, metallic, and multi-chromatic finishes. So that is the beautiful palette here. And then on the side, we have something here that I find very perplexing. This is the Intensifies Artistry Wand. So you've heard of mixing liquid, like a clear liquid you use to mix a powder into and it transforms into a liquid liner or anything more intense. So this is supposed to be like a mixing liquid but in a wand. How do you use this? I have no idea. At first I thought she was coming out with a new eyeshadow primer because I don't really understand how you use this. Like, do you apply this on your eyelid and then you apply the eyeshadow over top? That's called an eyeshadow primer. Do you dip this into the palette and then dip it onto your eye? I don't really know. I think that the eyeshadow palette to me looks more exciting. What's interesting is you do get a really nice array of colors, and for me, I love purple. I love any type of color like that. So I'm definitely more drawn to the purple shades. But when I see the palette on its own, I definitely think it leans more warm, more browns, more reddish browns, that sort of thing. So I'm not certain. Again, it's that like pinky romantic color story that's not really for me. However, the swatches, the promo swatches look beautiful. I love the shimmer. I love the high shine. It looks very, very beautiful. Will I actually buy this? I think this is probably a non merci. I think it looks gorgeous. I think the colors look inviting. But again, I will never use up an entire palette like this. It's so much, but also it's so beautiful. So I'm feeling very conflicted at the moment. Let's say peut-être. Let's say maybe. Yeah, I think that's fair to say. If they sold that last color, that last purple color individually, I would buy it. But as a whole palette like this, it's probably a non merci. But for our Pat McGrath fanatics out there, let us know, are you excited for the new mothership? All right, we have something new here from Dior, and these are the Forever Couture Luminizers, also known as highlighters. These are currently available online, and we have 6 new colors to choose from. Now, I have bought many Dior highlighters in the past, and I have loved every single one. I am not a highlighter girl. Like, I have highlighters, I use them, but it's not an item that calls my name the most. I'm more of eyeshadow, blush, color. That's what calls my name. I think these are beautiful. I've seen reviews and swatches. I think that these all look really, really beautiful. The compact looks beautiful. It looks like a patent leather compact. It looks outstanding. Will I buy these? Probably not. I'm more into getting the new eyeshadow palettes and nail colors, things like that. However, you let us know in the comments if you've gotten these, if you're getting them, if you love them. I'm certain you do. There are some really beautiful colors, like more neutral, cool, and warm. And the last 2 shades here look really nice as well, because depending on your skin tone, these could be a multi-use product. I'm sort of drawn to the peachy color because it looks like a blush, and it could be a beautiful eyeshadow as well. So this is a non merci, just because I know myself. So non merci, but looks beautiful. All right, our last item here is also something from Charlotte Tilbury. Now, I believe this is an item that has existed beforehand. This is the Pillow Talk Lip and Cheek Glow, which is currently available now. So it's a radiant, emollient, rich lip and cheek glow cream that gives you like that fresh, just kiss glow and lip color. We have 2 shades to choose from. One that's a warm, nuanced rosebud pink, and one that's a deep blushing berry. I like the idea of a multi-use product and something that looks very natural, like your lips, but better. Will I buy this? No merci. I like the idea. I think it looks beautiful. I like the packaging. I love the contrast of that deep, rich berry color and the gold compact. I think it looks beautiful. I think I will leave this to my Charlotte Tilbury fanatics for the time being. It's a no merci for me. All right, guys, I think this is it for my video. Sound off down below. Let us know, what are you saying oui or non merci to? Have you picked up any of these new releases that have been out for a few weeks? Let us know in the comments. If you're new to my channel, I certainly hope you take the time to subscribe to my channel, give my video a like, and help me here on my channel. So on that note, I think this is all I have for you guys for today. Thank you all so much for stopping by. Hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.